Yes, sir. Great Man of God Media TV back with another one, another reaction video. Listen, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. I don't even know you call this a catch up because they never matched, but this was the interaction between Chi Chi and Danny went viral. And when I reacted to it, I got in my feelings. I really this woman really irked me. So we're gonna see if she's gonna double down on what she said, or she has a change of tune, change of heart, and evolve. We're gonna see. But I'm looking forward to this. I guess you call it an update between these two. Shout out to Danny. I reached out to him to do an interview, but we'll see because he actually told me he was gonna do this interview with BM first. But let's see how this goes. But without further ado, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Let's get it going. Before I start, just gotta make sure I got my audio in place correctly. All right, here we go. Let's go. Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back to BM Talks to Them. Today we have Chi Chi and Danny. Welcome. How you guys doing?
Welcome. Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Hey y'all.
Yeah, so we
Chi-Chi
have
and Danny.
right.
Not together.
Damn, she already started off, bro. They're not together. No shit, motherfucker. You're not together. Of course not. She already started off with just shoot her just out the gate, bruh. She got the energy, man. She got the energy. Let's keep it going.
All right, so obviously we had
not.
you guys on episode 33, and there's a lot of buzz going around. You know, people are talking about you both, so we decided to bring you back here on the podcast.
Yes.
So, how you guys doing? And how was both of your experience on the show? I mean, Dan, you was here before, so let's
start with
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yeah.
Ladies first, anyway. Go ahead.
Oh, look, he has manners. Oh, my God.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, this woman has not learned her lessons. She still got a smart mouth, slick comments. Just has that arrogant persona. You know what I'm saying? Just man, she has not learned her lesson. But let's keep it going.
No, it was amazing. I said it multiple times. Like, I had a good experience overall. Like, production was smooth. The ladies were amazing. Everybody was a good vibe. You two were amazing. I was very nervous. Okay, I did have a couple of drinks, so my honesty meter, which is usually very at 100, was probably on 1,000.
Oh my.
So it was an experience.
Well, there you go.
Oh man. Okay.
But yeah, I had a
Danny.
great experience. Go ahead, Mr. Returning.
Okay.
Well, this time I just decided to just let go. You know, just be my complete self instead of. I think the first time I was on the show, I was really filtered, and it still didn't work out the way I wanted to be. So this time I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be myself. So, and I wanted to have a fun experience. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking for a match, you're looking for somebody to connect with. They got to know, you know, the side of me that they going to see eventually. Mm-hmm. So I just let you have it. You know what I'm saying? So from beginning to end. And so I really enjoyed myself. You know, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I did walk away a little disappointed. I can't lie. But other than that, you know, I feel like I had a good time.
No, I agree. He came out his 100% self compared to the first time where he was more reserved with the shades, all that stuff. He tried to be cool and all that. But you know, the second time he came out, he really showed who he was. Even with the reunion, you know, you saw bits and pieces of his humor, his sarcasm, you know, stuff like that. And I gave you props, Danny. I was like, yo, this dude right here, he is a very funny, very humorous guy. Down to earth, seems very personable, you know. And unfortunately, you know, the second time around, the ladies did not understand his humor. you know. But like I said, I think he's a solid dude. But let's keep it going.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. So obviously, Danny, when you walked out, right, and you started speaking, when you dropped the whole, when you dropped the phrase that that just went viral, you said the wigs thing. Obviously that was talk of the talk of the episode. That was. What made you say that at that particular time?
As a fourth-generation native of Indiana.
That wasn't the first time he said that. B, you trying to instigate something? That wasn't the first time he said the same wig thing on the reunion show. So I don't know why he bringing that. What made him say that? You know why he said that. You know why he said that. God damn, these ass is killing me, bro. Killing me. Let's keep it going.
Well, so I'm a prayer warrior, to be honest with you, and God knows my heart. So I've got to the point where if it comes to me, I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when you look back and she said, because I knew what I was gonna say from the beginning for the most part, but I couldn't quite understand or what I was gonna say when you asked me what I didn't like. So in the back, I was doing a lot of praying. I was saying, just speak to me, and I'm gonna trust. And that is a pet peeve. So I've been through situations, even in a most recent relationship that didn't work out. I felt like, so I'm just be honest, man. So I was
Honesty
getting,
is the best policy.
I was getting fussed at about some stuff I wasn't doing and everything. And the whole time I was like, dang, you telling me everything that I'm not doing, but your wig bad. But I don't get to say nothing, because I'm a man. So I just got to sit there and take it. I don't.
That already triggered Chi-Chi's. Her knows what. She must have had a bad wig experience. And ever since she had the bad wig experience, she started growing locks. So the word wigs triggers her. Clearly. Look at her face. As soon as he said the word wigs, bad wigs, that trigger her. So that is a trauma bond that you need to go ahead and resolve, Chi-Chi. That I don't know what happened with your wig, that bad experience that you had back in the day, but you need some therapy. You got to get over that shit. But let's keep it going.
Really retort. So if it don't matter what you say to me, it don't matter, women can go off and they want the perfect human being. I just sit there and be like, okay. And you know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, I make notes of like what I want and what I don't want. And that's something. So really, I said that as in like I was talking to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends know what's up. Like we say different things, but we do want what we don't want.
Okay.
And
But you're not trying to date your friends. You don't talk to your friends the way you talk to a woman. You trying to find a woman, not a man.
Nobody asked you, girl. That wasn't. It's not. First of all, it's not your time to talk. Stop trying to insert yourself. I see you ain't learned a goddamn thing. You still the same Chi-Chi. It's not your time to talk, girl. He's explaining himself. He was asked the question. Stop trying to insert and add commentary, color commentary to what he had to say. That's his experience. That is his truth. Let him speak, and then you get your turn to talk and rebuttal. You already trying to insert yourself into his goddamn experience, man. Just chill out, all right? God damn.
Well, no,
So,
that's
Daddy,
cap.
I have a
That's
question.
Cap. That's cap because your woman's supposed to be your friend.
Your best friend. Yeah, we love
Hold on,
that,
hold
but
on.
she's
So-
still a woman.
So, Danny, I got a question for you. So,
Right.
what is a bad wig to you?
Oh, come on, man.
Now, Danny, think about this before you answer.
We have to know what is considered a bad wig to Danny.
All right, so look.
Like, you can't be serious right now.
No. I'm just gonna be honest. So I dated a woman that sold hair.
Okay.
All right. So when money gets involved, I start paying attention. So when I accidentally sold some hair and we made like $500 in an instant, I started paying attention. I started doing research. Like I understood that was back in the day when Peruvian and Brazilian hair was a big thing. And so growing up,
He knows about them as well, so he knows the names. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so growing up, I didn't know about
Big
weave.
expert.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
I think he said he sold wigs back in the day, so he has some experience in that.
My mother to the day had the same routine. Her hair's in a ponytail. My cousins are literally Indian. They from India. I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even really understand that women wore extension stuff till I got to college. So I just didn't experience it. Like the women I dated, my son's mother, we've known each other since 8th grade. She doesn't wear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not accustomed to it. So but basically I think is when I like to be tricked. I like to is it a wig or is it you know what I'm saying? So most times the women I talk to will wear like sew-ins or something like that and the front, you don't really can tell
so they
that
have the leave out with
lace
the
fronts.
weave in the back. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like your hair. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But that's not a wig. We talking about wigs. What's a bad wig to you? Not a bad weave.
Okay.
Like a hump. Like what's a bad wig to you? Like it's
wig.
not flat enough. Like a wig, a lace front.
When you can tell what it is instantly. If you was dating a man and you could tell that his hair was a toupee, you would feel the same way.
Right.
Okay, but
so,
listen,
when guys
you will
talk
always
about
be
it,
able to look and know
like
that a wig is a wig. There's no way to make it blend into your head like
no,
it's
but
your
what
hair.
he's saying, the important thing that Danny's saying is that if a girl that cannot
Damn, Marl, that sound like you got some experience too. Like you triggered by the goddamn bad wig comments. This motherfucker.
tell the difference between a good wig and a bad wig, that's the important statement that he's making right there.
But he still hasn't really told us what the bad wig is. That's
y'all
what
about
I
to
really
make about to make me talk, man. I'm trying to be cool. Like I'm about to.
We wanna know.
All right, so Danny, tell us what is a bad wig.
A bad wig to me is when it look like you just put it on like a hat.
A hair hat. A hair hat.
See, y'all be laughing. I be dead serious. Like I don't even know what I be saying. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
A hair
he's
hat
got
this
a point.
motherfucker.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
No hat wigs. Got it.
Yeah.
So Chichi, do you agree with him there? You laughed, right? So do you agree with him?
Well, the thing is, I used to wear wigs. I'm a girl that I used to have fun. This is
I
like
can
my
tell.
third time locking my hair back up. So,
Nice.
as a woman, I agree because I used to fool people with my wigs and I used to make wigs. I know what a good wig looks like. However, agreeing with Danny, my reason I popped was because she didn't say what do you like and not like. She said, what's a deal breaker? And as soon as he responded, I felt like he was being a funny guy. I'm like, he didn't come here for love. What did he come here for? A bad wig is a deal breaker? That's not a
No, well-
and then you called it a disability. You felt like it was a disorder or something like that. You felt like it was a mental disorder. I'm like, no, a mental disorder is someone who's a pathological liar or a cheater. That's a deal breaker. So it was because of the words. She said deal breaker, and someone who's trying to find love doesn't say a bad wig. And then also, no offense, Danny, when a man speaks on a woman's beauty, whether it's her nails, her lashes, or her wig, I classify it as sassy. No offense, once again.
way.
All right, okay.
You classify it as sassy. That's some new shit for 2024. When niggas, whenever a guy is critiqued about something and a woman does not find that appealing towards them, they question their masculinity by saying they're sassy. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You do that in reverse. We're not questioning a woman's femininity, right? By saying they're Well, actually, we do. My bad. I'm not thinking about it now. Now I'm thinking about my train of thoughts. In some cases, yeah, we do question a woman's femininity by saying they're masculine. So we do that. You know what I'm saying? But this whole sassy shit, right? It is new. It is a new concept, that has not been talked about. I don't even know, like 10 years ago. Nobody said the word sassy to guys 10 years ago. Now it's just flowing like water. But let's keep it going.
Chichi, I think we're taking it too far there.
I classify it as sassy because a thing a woman does for her own beauty is not for you. I'm gonna double down because
Chichi,
I stand on what I said.
Do you know the amount of time?
I told you. What's the first thing I said? I said, is Is she going to evolve, right, or double down on what she said towards Danny? And first thing I said, oh, she ain't learned a goddamn thing. She has not evolved. Let's keep it going.
Times that women comment on guys, right? They don't look, they don't like how they look, the attraction, all of that. But if a guy talks about it, it's an issue. When a girl talks about it, you go, you tell him how it is, right?
But he started it.
No, that's double standards.
No.
That is a double standard.
You said what you said. Wigs are a disability. That's what you said. It's a whatever disorder.
First of all,
Was
let me
also
tell you,
a joke.
That's a funny guy, not someone looking for love.
Okay, let's hear from Danny. Go ahead, Danny.
I do think, first of all,
so my car insurance just went up again to $100.
Yeah, like I said, she ain't learned her lesson.
pause there because I didn't get a chance to comment on that sassy stuff, and y'all women just throw that word out and y'all attacking a man's gender preference. I don't think y'all understand that. It's really some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That has nothing to do with your gender preference.
It does. Calling somebody sassy questions the man's masculinity. It's the same reason why a man would question a woman's femininity by calling them masculine or aggressive, right? It's the same thing. It is a double standard when it comes to that. A woman can call a man sassy, right, and be fine with that and the sisterhood and all that stuff. But then a man questions a woman, he's considered sassy by obviously the opposite sex as a woman, right? So that's exactly what he's talking about. But let's keep it going.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. It means you're acting feminine.
That's not what it means. Okay, you're acting feminine and you're being sassy does not mean that your preference of a man or a woman. I'm not talking about your sexual orientation and what you prefer. I'm saying your sass. Going back and forth with me right now is sassy. You're going back and forth with me. That's sassy.
Sweetheart. The only reason we're going back and forth because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
I am.
This is a continuation. Hey, they picked up where they left off. Look at her face. She ready. She about to go in. They going back and forth now. This is this is a continuation of the last Pot the Balloon that they were on. They are continuing going back and forth. Man, you can't make this shit up. Let's keep it going.
I'm listening. I listen to you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? So just in case you didn't know, I'm educate you on from a man's perspective. When y'all say words like sassy, that's the equivalent of me calling you a dyke.
Ooh.
Like,
no, it's not.
Sweetheart, I'm telling you from a man's perspective.
No. Give me the word besides. Give me a word besides dyke, because I didn't call you. I didn't say any word.
You didn't even say sassy.
Community. No.
You're saying sassy now.
Because I said that's why I responded that way, because I feel like when a man talks about things that can change, you can go and take a woman to the hair salon. I can take you to the gym. When you came out, I didn't pop the balloon because you had a stomach. My ex has a ball of belly. We like to eat. I don't talk about people's appearance. If it's not for me, they're not for me. But I don't go around picking at men's physical appearance because I could take him to the gym. That's not a thing. You could take her to the hair salon. So even when I said that with you, you went back and forth with me, and I consider that very feminine when a man can't be a woman and let her.
There you go. I consider that very feminine. So you basically just contradicted yourself by saying, "Oh no, I'm not questioning a man's sexual orientation." If you're calling a man sassy, that is considered feminine, which is equivalent to what Danny said. Basically calling you a dyke, questioning your sexual orientation, right? So again, you listen to respond, not understand. That's your problem. You don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen to respond. You don't listen to respond. Excuse me. You don't listen to understand. You listen to respond. But when you're listening, it's basically your way of, I got to rebut what he says, because in my mind, what I have to say is the answer. It's superior to what he has to say. It doesn't matter what he has to say, because my answer is the bona fide answer, and you're going to go with that. That's her mindset, right? That's her mindset. So this is a woman that has cognitive dissonance, so clearly cognitive dissonance. And I think she's a narcissist too. I think she's a narcissist. You know, is this woman attractive? Absolutely, very attractive woman. But then her mindset puts her in another category, right? And the fact that she's so combative, and that's what I titled their back and forth. When I did the reaction video, I said combative woman. She's still combative, still going back and forth, very confrontational, just catty, just wants to be right. Right? Shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? The need to be right. She always has to be right, no matter what. But let's keep it going.
So you got to be a me too. You have to one up me. That's what you did. I consider that very feminine. When a man gives me that level of femininity, me as a woman, I feel like my femininity is attacked because you're not being masculine. You're being feminine.
Okay, Chichi,
Okay, hold on 1 second,
let's let Danny finish his whole sentence.
So
let's let him finish. Yeah.
You gotta look at it. First of all, even on that, you gotta look at the situation that we're in. Everything that you think about me is an assumption. We have no clue of who that person is on the opposite of you, right? I don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about me. So if you say something, we don't have the opportunity. I'm looking for a match. So I have to either agree with what you're saying or change your mind instantly. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have the opportunity to talk, and I can just listen, and you had already popped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, this is the only opportunity I have to either change your mind or leave an impression or something like that. So you calling it back and forth, it's a conversation. And it's a conversation with you having an assumption, a presumed assumption about me based on something like you consider as a joke. But yeah, I mean, I got to the point to where...
Well, I'm happy I know it was a joke.
It was... Again, not just you. The panel doesn't understand his sense of humor. And this guy's been on the show 3 times. This is his 4th appearance now. So he showed glimpses of his humor during the first episode. But now you would think that people should kind of understand where he's coming from, but apparently not, because I guess they didn't watch the previous episode where he was on. So yeah, the wig was a joke. That's what I said. And again, that wasn't the first time he said that. He said that on the reunion too, about the bad wigs, right? So it is what it is. And again, shout out to Kevin Samuels. She has sign language, shame, insults, and the need to be right. Perfect example.
The wig thing, I'm gonna tell you, she said deal breaker. It's something like I wouldn't even approach. That's what the question. I feel like it doesn't have to be a deal breaker, because once I'm in something, I'm in it. And I have suggested and like, I'm gonna tell you something. This lady came in, and this lady, ex. She came in. She had the wig on. And I was like, oh, why don't you just wear your natural hair? She was like, well, I'm supporting my cousin's business. I said, well, your cousin need to go out of business. If that don't mean take that shit off, I don't know what else to tell you. And most of the time, it's not even about finances. Most of the time I date up, or the woman is smarter than me, or make more money than me, or is something like this. So I listen, we pay attention, because I have a skill set that helps people with their business. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of relationships I'm most likely to get in anyway. So we're not bickering back and forth. We're talking, we're learning, we're growing together. So it has nothing to do with money. That's why I said some things just can't be fixed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Chichi, you was one of the only girls that popped at that time, right? At the beginning, for the wig thing, right? I feel like all the other girls was, they were trying to hear him out. But I feel like you set the pace, Obviously you popped, you was like, I'm not having it. And you stuck by whatever reasons you popped by, right? Do you think that maybe you went too fast? Like you didn't really try to understand Danny?
No.
That's
I don't think I went too fast, because at the end of the day, he just said we have a limited amount of time to just present ourselves or get to know somebody and to really find a match. Like, I didn't fly from LA to Phoenix to hear somebody try and be funny or comical. I flew to Phoenix to actually see 5 men who literally wanted to find love and wanted to actually be serious. If that's your introduction and your answer to something that's a deal breaker, and I understand his story, is a bad wig, it's like, and then his rebuttal was, "Oh, she must have a bad wig." It's like, okay, you're not here for love. So to me, I'm not even about to do that.
Want to smell like a crisp fall evening with notes of cinnamon, cognac, and praline?
Humor goes
That's the
over
allure of-
people's heads.
Well, let me
His
tell you-
humor goes over people's heads. It is what it is.
So y'all had a couple that matched, right? This dude went, I think it was the episode or something or two right before mine. He presented himself. He pretty much begged for it. He said, "I got a house with a pool," and he was like, because it was between him and somebody else.
That was Eric. Yeah.
It was between him and another person. So when y'all did the follow up on it, she said he never made me laugh. That was her follow up. So you can't come out there. It's just not a business situation. Women want men to be comical. They want to make you laugh. They want to, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't say that to make anybody laugh. Yeah, I laughed at myself, but I was dead ass serious. If a woman's wig is crazy, I'm not even going to approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there for a general purpose. I'm not there to make everybody happy. I'm there for one woman in the whole world, just one. You understand what I'm saying? And if a woman has a wig on and something that's not aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm not even gonna see if how she at this point in time. It's just gonna be like, all right, unless we come into some kind of situation where like we get to know each other outside of that, or just like grows again, it's meant to be, then yeah. But if we're talking about just straight approach, there's been people on there that pop because the woman wore a hat that looked crazy. There's all kinds of you know what I'm saying? Like, she had the one dread hanging. I watched this show like before I went on there. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if I had seen a woman whose wig was looking like that, I would have been, if I had opportunity, I'd have been like, yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on the episode when I first was on, that's one thing that I looked at. Like the girl who came out from Texas, the second one, her stuff was lace. She looked good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that. When I look at somebody and picture on Instagram, the first thing I see is like their hair and all kinds of stuff. It just shows like a level of like, it shows like how much attention to detail that they pay, that they, you know, they pay attention. Like they house, if they wig is, their hair is laced and all that, their house is probably clean, their body is clean, their nails is done, like it's all cohesive. I look at that. I when I was broke, women ain't want to talk to me when I ain't had no haircut. My shoes were dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even get the opportunity. What's the difference? I look crazy without a haircut. If I had came on there without a haircut, y'all probably would have popped as soon as I walked out.
And
like, that's facts. I did a reaction to the homeless dude that got kicked out of his ex-girl's house. That nigga literally was homeless, raggedy, no haircut, had a do-rag on with a plastic bag with clothes on, came on the show to find love. Like, that nigga was crazy and everybody popped. So that's a fact. But sidebar, so far the majority of this conversation is about the wig. I wish we can go to the next topic, but I'm kind of exhausted of this wig discussion. I understand this was the topic that went viral, but damn, y'all need to move past this shit. Go to the next question, bro.
To add to your point as well, Danny, yeah, my wife Arlette knows how to present herself, right? And do you think that if I see something that doesn't look right, I wouldn't tell her? Of course, I will always speak to her if I see. So to Danny's point, right? Guys sometimes can see these things, and I feel like when a guy talks about it, some girls might not like the way that they're saying it, right?
And it's distasteful. You now know too the difference between a good and a bad wig. I taught him. Well, he's just been paying attention, you know. So
so if I see something that's like, yo,
right,
but that's what Danny is. Danny is basically just trying to say there is, you know, there's good standard of wigs and there's bad standard.
But I think this also kind of goes back to the fact that they're just not compatible. Like, their sense of humors don't match.
Right.
Cool.
Both
of y'all.
Yeah.
Man, Chi crazy, because I actually think, even when I watched the show, and you know what I'm saying, I think that me and Chi, like, she smoke, I smoke too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even get a chance to really, like, that's the one thing I didn't like about that. You asked about my experience. Man, the questions that I had, you would have made me seem like a genius. Y'all brains would have been working. Like, I am
But
Not only first of all, let me tell you something. Not only am I a reader, I am a writer. Readers are leaders. Writers create the narrative. My whole thing is thought provoking. Yes, I may do it in a joking way, but that's what you're gonna get when you get into a relationship. That's what you're gonna get when in a certain situation. We nervous, man. If y'all think I'm joking and stuff, like we go back and look, man. I'm watching myself. Y'all don't even understand. My heart beating the whole time I'm up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nerve-wracking.
Everybody always says that. Yeah.
So I do it with a smile. I said I'm going to have a smile on my face regardless. Like, I just went to the dentist and everything. So I'm going to have a smile on my face and everything. Like, regardless of what, I'm not going to go back. I could have, like, y'all think that's back and forth. I really could have said some stuff. Right. But I choose not to.
But why didn't you?
Because
if you're looking for love, say the things that matter.
No, I'm talking about negatively.
Yeah. When he said that, I was thinking of derogatory terms that he did not want to say in front of millions of people. He basically, censored himself. That's what. See, this is called reading the room and decorum, which she doesn't have. It is what it is.
I didn't even get an opportunity. Like, you don't even know who I was. Y'all just
Danny, I have a question for you.
What's up? For you. Go ahead, ask.
5,000 years of
Here we go.
You're so focused on the fact that I popped my balloon so quickly, but remember, I was at the end of the line. So by the time...
No, that wasn't him. That was BM. That BM asked that question about you focused on why you popped your balloon so fast. So BM asked that question, not Danny.
By the time you got down to me, you had went back and forth with like every single girl. Like, back and forth. Like, you couldn't take what somebody said. Like, that's the one thing that I do not like and did not like about you. You went back and forth with everybody. As friends, me and Danny could probably be friends. Today, I will probably want to drop kick you.
Chichi, do you class that as going back and forward, how he was interacting with the girls?
Every single one of them.
I feel like some of them, he was just joking around. They were just having like friendly banter and stuff like that.
Well, apparently it's Southern banter, which I was led to
said
believe.
I've got West Coast banter.
Right, so,
no, I'm Jamaican and Nigerian. I don't have East Coast or West Coast banter. I have...
You sound crazy.
My family is very crazy and we don't sugarcoat things, okay? So it's
but I'm
like,
supposed
to me...
sugarcoat stuff. But I'm supposed to do the same thing.
Danny, I'm a woman. Stop comparing yourself to me.
No,
he didn't.
Like,
sweetheart.
I'm not about to keep doing this. Like, as a man and a woman, we're not going to keep saying me too. Like, I hate Mr. Me Too.
No, it's not a Me Too. If you're
It is a Me Too. You just said, I was doing the same thing. Like, let me have it as a woman. Like, you can't let me have it.
Y'all pop my balloon. I ain't letting you have shit. If we was in a relationship or something, I might let you have it. That's
what I'm saying. That's another thing. Like, another thing I don't like is how you treat any woman is also important. Like, I want a man that respects all women, not just me.
So I was disrespectful?
In some things I feel like you were. Like, the thing is, it might be funny to you, but it's not funny to somebody else. Okay? The things I said, people might not think it's funny. Whatever it is, it might rub some people the wrong way. To each his own. However it may go.
Was I disrespectful on? What was I disrespectful on? If I was disrespectful, just stand out of your mind. Give me one.
See, this is the same thing you did when we were talking about.
You answer the question.
Like, you asked me,
what was he disrespectful on? Answer the goddamn question. I'm interested to find out her school of thought as to what led him to be disrespectful towards you, or what he said to somebody else that was disrespectful. So you called a man sassy and being disrespectful. So please, I want you to articulate yourself and disseminate that information to the masses so people can get a better understanding of your POV. Let's go.
Was the woman's mama's name when you said her mama had a bad wig too? It ran in the family. And then when I brought it up at the end of our conversation, you said, what was her mama's name? It doesn't matter. It don't matter. I'm not about to sit here and pick.
Because you were defending a stranger. That's why he said that. You were defending a goddamn stranger for no reason because he said the word mom had a bad wig too. Or something to that effect. I got to get the full context with that. But the point is that why you want to insert yourself defending, I guess, the sisterhood for bad wigs? The wigs triggered you, right? That triggered you. That's why we're still having this conversation. 23 minutes until this interview. That's halfway until this 45-minute interview. We're still talking about wigs. This was a triggering topic that she's still talking about right now at this point. So it is what it
every
is.
conversation you have with every person. This
Because
is
it
what
didn't
you did,
exist.
and it did exist. Just because I'm not sitting here pulling up Pop the Balloon recaps of everything that you said because I don't have time or give a fuck enough, but I'm stating my opinion.
Wow.
Okay? I feel like you went back and forth too much. I don't even have a wig. That's the crazy part. Like, we're talking about wigs, and I have locks, okay?
Right, so
I
you're not.
have locks.
It's got
So
nothing
the
to
thing
do with
That's
it.
is,
what
I'm
blew a
not.
lot of people in the comments.
But
Right,
you
like
a
it had
lot of
nothing to.
people because I don't like when men talk about beauty. Like, men, you're not getting your nails done. You're not
Yeah.
getting your hair done. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Move on. Talk about.
That's the first thing I say. My reaction. I'm like, why are you talking about wigs? You're not wearing a wig. That had nothing to do with you. I used the analogy, hit dogs holler. But the rock wasn't even thrown in her direction. The object wasn't even thrown in her direction. And she still hollered. You know what I'm saying? So the wig had nothing to do with you. You are a natural beauty. You wear locks. Why do you feel that you want to insert yourself into a conversation about that because of the fact that you were triggered by the word wigs and the fact that he was talking about a woman's beauty? And that was a joke that went over your head. It was all about his sense of humor, which obviously you guys are on two different spectrums when it comes to that. So let's keep it going.
Other things. Like, I feel like if you come in here for love, I'm gonna stand on what I said. If you're coming here for love, saying a deal breaker is a wig is like, what the fuck?
So Chichi,
Like,
I have a question.
I didn't fly to
So some of the
Phoenix to hear you
comments,
say you
Chichi,
don't
terrible.
like bad wigs. Like,
I feel you, Danny. I feel you, man. I'm frustrated too. This woman, I've already said this, man. This is a very ill-advised woman that is going to attract and is already attracting beta males. So basically what I'm saying is that the men that she wants don't want her. So she's going to have to just get the men that's flooding in her DMs. So the guys that she, guys are all over her DMs and her pictures and stuff like that. Those are the thirsty niggas that don't care about her persona and her way of thinking, right? And her morals, values, and principles. They don't care about that. They just care about her aesthetics, right? Very attractive woman. Those are the guys she's going to only attract. You know what I'm saying? The guys that are quote unquote high value men, or the men that she typically wants, don't want her and see that her attitude is a complete turnoff. So, but let's keep it going.
Hold on, Chichi, I got a comment. So in the comments on Instagram, and I think also on YouTube, they were like, oh, how did Chichi get upset that he's commenting about wigs, but she personally attacked his weight?
Weight and everything, right?
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped because of what he said, not because of how he looked. He came out there and said, women with bad wigs is a mental disability at this point. Oh, she got a bad wig. That's what he said. And that's what I responded to.
No, I didn't. I
That is
said
what you said.
everybody.
Would you like me to play the clip?
No, I said she.
Girl, you ain't no editor. That's BM's job. What the hell you talking about? Play the clip. Motherfucker, you ain't no goddamn editor out this motherfucker.
I didn't see you. So if I said this in the comments, if I had to say I don't like women with dirty feet and you pop, what else was I supposed to think? I didn't look to see who popped and said, oh, she got a bad. I didn't even look that way. I'm talking to Arlette.
Exactly. So I don't have a bad wig. So anyway.
All right then. So the joke on you.
There is no joke on me. I said what I said. I don't like when men talk about women's beauties in a certain.
The beauty is for the man. The beauty is for the man.
No, the beauty is for us. The beauty is for us to feel good and love ourselves, and beauty is for us to explore, okay? It doesn't make you beautiful, but it makes you feel beautiful.
So I'm gonna ask you a question.
And beauty is for us to feel good. It's not for you and it's not about you, but we love when y'all like it. But
so
stop
women,
picking
so
at
women,
it.
so
If
women
you
don't
worry about wigs, don't wear one.
No, that's dumb. But
that is dumb.
Women don't like
And
when
what's
men
dumb is you saying that your deal breaker is a bad wig and it's a mental disorder.
So women don't.
Girl, why don't you go take your punk ass and go and take a nap out of this motherfucker, man? Go into the Himalayas and smoke some ganja. You know what I'm saying? And be elevated in that aspect, because this girl right here, she is a headache, man. She is a fucking headache. No man worth a grain of salt wants to deal with a combative, confrontational, slick mouth having woman like Chi-Chi. Her mouth is a mental disorder. How about that? Your mouth is a mental disorder. No man is going to put up with your mouth in the way that you register and process information the way you do. This is disgusting. Like, real talk. Let's keep
Like
it going.
when men get haircuts, they don't be like, "Ooh, that's a nice haircut." That's not. They
But if
don't think
somebody
it's
asks me as a woman what my deal breaker is in finding love, I'm not going to say, "Oh, a man with a bad haircut," because he needs to know when his
come on,
hairline is
man.
going back. But that's what you guys are missing. Different strokes for different folks. I don't need to fit into the box of what every woman thinks of what every woman has to
Are
be.
you saying that
This why you
Me.
say
guys? Are you saying that guys can't comment on
I'm not
beauty?
I got that, Danny. You said this is why she's single. Let's go back what he said. I'm gonna read.
different folks. I don't need to fit into the box of what every woman thinks of what every woman has to be.
Are you saying that
this why you
Me.
say
guys?
You on what, Daddy? You on this motherfucker, you heard? That's why she's single. And that's why she gonna be single, bruh. Like I said, the only motherfuckers she on her track is beta males and the niggas that are thirsty in her DMs and on her pictures and shit like that. Those are the only niggas that she's gonna attract. I guarantee you the man that she wants don't want her. Because any man of a grain of salt is going to do they gonna do a Carfax. They gonna just thoroughly check her IG, how she reacts, how she responds, her decorum, and they're going to assess this information objectively, and they're going to say, okay, is this woman an asset in my life or not? I'm not just going by looks. I really need to find out, is this woman going to be an asset to my life? And once they find out who she is, she will be rejected. Simple shit. You know what I'm saying? So go to them niggas that's in your DMs, that looking at your thirst trap pictures. You know, you working out. I know she said she works out and shit like that. Go to them niggas. Because all them niggas care about is how you look. And because the niggas only care about how you look, you can talk your shit, belittle these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Chastise these niggas, effeminize these niggas like you normally do. Right? So yeah, Danny's right on the money. That's why you single. That's why your punk ass is still single. So let's keep it going.
Are you saying that guys can't comment on
I'm
beauty?
not lonely though, so you be alright.
I didn't say you're lonely. I just said,
Okay then, mind your business.
Chicha, you say
See that attitude, bro? That attitude is really, really, really disgusting, bro. Disgusting. I'm not lonely though. You got your you got your goddamn rose? How many roses you got out this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
saying that, yeah, guys should not comment on girls' beauty, but girls can comment on guys' looks
I feel
and
like
haircut and
in a
everything.
distasteful manner, you should not. No, you shouldn't. Because let me be personally very frank with y'all. You shouldn't.
if she
Talk
couldn't,
about
if she can't afford it, and that's like if you talk about a person that's down and out, then yeah. But I wasn't even talking about a person. I just said in general. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even, like I said, I'm not there to date
But
generally
why?
women.
Like, why is that such
Sweetheart,
a thing that it's like, so you have
if
to, like,
you would
why?
listen,
Thank you.
I listen,
have. You know,
I
I'm gonna tell
heard.
you.
You keep
I'm
repeating
gonna tell you.
yourself.
Hey guys, did you know some
This
drivers
woman,
are ditching their car insurance?
like I said,
and they're
this woman
doing this?
clearly
No,
has cognitive dissonance. Clearly. You know, she listens to respond, not to understand. It's just, again, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. This woman has an Oedipus complex. She's so fucking caught up in herself. Like, she's like the picture of health. The way she thinks, the way she looks. It's her answer is gold. Right? So she just, again, man, she just wants to be, she just wants to be the right person the right person to give the right answer, no matter what the situation is. But let's keep it going.
Sweetheart, I have to repeat myself because you don't let me get from 1, 2, and 3.
Sir, because you repeating yourself and you think because you're asking me to listen to you repeat the same thing to prove your point. You said what you said about women's aesthetics, and I said what I said about your aesthetics because you are so aesthetically focused. And I said that because I feel like it's
He's not aesthetically focused. It was just a question that Arlette asked him about deal breakers, and he happened to mention one thing: I don't like a woman with a bad wig. So there's always truth in humor. It was a joke, but there's truth to it as well. It went over your goddamn locks, which had nothing to do with you because you're not wearing a wig. So just look at her facial expression, just ready to attack, combative, confrontational. Like she just always got a rebuttal to something. Always got a rebuttal, retort, respond. She always has something to say. This is a woman who doesn't know her place and will never know her place because she always got to answer for something, and it's always got to be a smart ass answer too. So that's why she's single, Danny. You know what I'm saying?
It's shallow. Even women running around here talking about man's hair core or a man that's too short. You probably missing out on your short king. That's all I'm saying. You focus on the wrong shit, Danny. That's all I'm saying.
So
That's it. There's nothing deeper than that. Y'all making it too deep. You focus on the wrong thing. That was my reason.
No, you making it too deep. You're making it too deep. He just said one thing. It's a half hour, 27 minutes until this interview. We're still talking about wigs. Why? Why is this an important conversation? I just don't understand. But let's keep it going.
I'm like, is he serious? So that wouldn't make you serious.
Okay, that's fine.
Like that's it. Like y'all making it deeper than what it is. I said what I said because of what you said. It's aesthetics. We talking about aesthetics. Let's talk. My goodness gracious.
Wow.
You that mad?
Yeah, wow, because you pissing me off.
For what?
Okay, Chichi, what's your type?
My
Good
type
question.
is a masculine, strong, leading man. That lead.
Taking shots at Danny again. A strong, masculine, leading man. That's basically what she's saying that Danny's not. That's basically what she's saying. A strong, masculine, a leading man. Still taking shots at Danny for no reason. Still taking shots at him. What did this man do to you specifically, personally to you? He said wigs. It was a general, it was a general joke that you took personal. Right? A general joke that you took personal. And you're still attacking this man. Still attacking this man's sexual preference, calling him sassy, right? You called the man sassy. You say he's not a leader. You say he's not masculine. That's what you're saying. You know, you're indirectly saying that to him. When BM asks you the question, what kind of man you're looking for? Basically, everything that Danny's not. I need a strong, masculine, leading man. Let's keep it going.
Leads that allows me to thrive in my femininity. Like it's just like when you have to go back and forth with a grown man.
See? This God damn, boy. She making me upset again. This woman is just, she irks my soul, bruh. She really does. She irks my fucking soul. I ain't gonna motherfucking hold you, bruh. Daddy, bruh, I feel, man, you did not have to go through this goddamn, this is terrible. This is fucking terrible. This woman is really disrespecting, emasculating this man who they really don't know each other. And we're like, again, he made a general statement about wigs that you took personal. You just can't make this shit up. But let's keep it going.
To some point, your masculinity starts coming out because you feel defensive. So I don't like when men make me feel defensive to the point where my femininity is threatened and I can't just be feminine and calm and happy. Like he likes a woman that he even said it on the show that is a little mean to him. I don't like that because that right there puts me in a space that I don't like to be in, a space as a Black woman that I don't thrive in, having to survive or feel like I have to be combative or I have to defend myself. I don't.
Yeah, you are definitely naturally combative. It's basically like you're inclinated to be combative, because that's what you are. You're naturally combative for sure. You love to be the person that has the right answer. Again, need to be right. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's
don't
you.
like that from a man, especially a Black man. I don't like it. So for me, it's a man that makes me feel safe, not just somebody who can protect me and fight, somebody who protects my feelings, my emotions, like all of those things. So it's like when you can't even just express yourself and a man take it in and receive it and comfort you or just make you feel like, you know what, I understand where you come from. At least understanding. That's my attraction. A man's mind over how he looks.
And Danny, what's your type?
Well, since this was being overlooked, like I said, I like a woman's mindset who's allergic to giving up. It was just the first thing that I said. I like a woman that has words of affirmation, a woman that's consistently in your corner, because this world gets dark. I've been through a lot. I've been in situations where I'm by myself. I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. You understand what I'm saying? So this next relationship, when I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. I want to know that she's right behind me. She puts her hands on the shoulder and says, keep pushing, King. That's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to what she says. I'm attracted to her understanding my mission, my goal. Attraction, the physical attraction, is one of the last things on my list because I'm from Atlanta. All these women are beautiful. But what's in your mind? The first thing that opens up your mouth. How can we handle a situation when we are talking, when we are upset? Because most of the time, like how she is right now, if she gets upset, I'm not going to say anything because then it's going to seem like a back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? So I like the inside of a woman, and that's what I stand on. All the relationships I've been in are because we have great conversations. I've been married before. Every time we got into a disagreement, we would be on the phone for like 4 and 5 hours figuring it out. That's why we got married in the first place, because we understood how to figure things out. When you get into a relationship with me, the one thing that I do get complimented on is the way I communicate and how I listen, because I understand. I've built organizations that have 15 to 20 people. You don't do that if you can't listen, you can't understand with everybody. I've been prophesized to be a preacher. I just preached a week before, right after we came out of there, at a brand new church. You can't do that if you don't listen, if you don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I like to have fun. Yes, I like to joke. So she definitely had to have a sense of humor. But when it comes down to the nitty and gritty, my type is from the inside out. And I don't budge on that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's it. Like,
intangibles.
We got to listen.
It's so funny you say you listen and you know, all these things.
Oh my God. Why do you continue to have the... It's so funny. When a woman starts off, it's so funny. It's not funny. So that means you got something smart to say. Something smart and slick to say. A rebuttal to put this man down. Like, I don't know. Y'all, it's basically like Chi and Danny. It seemed like they were in a relationship, and it's a bad breakup. Even though these guys never match, and they'll never actually be together. But that's what it seems like to me. It seems like they were already in a previous relationship. It ended bad, and they're basically expressing themselves how they feel about the relationship. That's what it seems like. That is the animosity. Both of them. But more towards Chi. Chi has so much animosity to a guy she never even dated. Right? Putting this man down, questioning this man's sexual preference, effeminizing this man. You know? just doing all kinds of things to put this man down as if they went out and had a relationship. But again, Daddy made a general statement that she took personal and just went on an onslaught of attacks for no reason. But it is what it is.
Things, but when I was expressing how I felt, one of your responses was, I see why you're single. How would you like it if I said, I see why you're divorced? I see why you're single. You
I
see
mean,
what I'm
so I
saying
feel,
with the
Sweetheart, you just called this man sassy, right? You knew, Chi, you know what? You know what, Chi? I really want to interview you. And I don't want to go back and forth. I'm just trying to get I'm trying to get an understanding of where your mind is. I really, it's really interesting how you would pick and choose certain things that apply to you, right? But then things that really have nothing to do with you, you want some validation for it. Hence the wig comment, right? Here we are today. But again, he said, I see why you're single. That's true. But you said so many other things to put this man down, calling this man sassy, right? Doubling down on what you said about him in the Pop the Balloon segment. It's just amazing, bro. But let's keep it going.
the back and forth, and like it's like you have to one up and you have to win. Like that right there is something that is absolutely like such a turn off to me as a woman. And that's the same exact thing that you're doing now, the same exact thing you did on the show. You have to one up and you have to win. That right there was the reason I didn't like you. And that right there is
well,
the reason why I wasn't attracted to you. And then on top of that, it's just like, look at what you just said.
Worried about YouTube banning ad blockers? No need.
My.
Do you hear what you just said? Do you hear how powerful the woman that you want and how you want to feel sounds? But you went on the show and you were being a funny guy. Even though you have a personality, there's such a way to turn it off and on that is still being conveyed and communicated through being serious or being standing on business about what you want. Nobody knows what you wanted. All we're going to remember is the funny guy. Like, it's like, are you being a comedian or you're here to find love? Like, you have to find a balance. Life is about balance at the end of the day. You can squint your face up all you want to what I'm saying.
This woman. Oh my God. Oh man. Another reason why she's single, bro. This man.
The game is rigged, but you cannot lose if you do not play.
Goodness gracious. She even got something to say about his facial expressions. She got a slick comment for everything, bro. Let's just keep it going.
And it also goes to what I'm saying, like, you missed the one up. Go ahead.
Let me go be all the way 100. When I just said what I said, that's why you sing it. That was just me giving up. 2, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with y'all. When the first girl popped my balloon, when I said I didn't want to skydive and stuff like that, I was done. We could have stopped the show right then and there. Like, that's when I first came out. I seen her. I said, oh, that's who I want. She was the first one to pop before I even got to the bag wig stuff. So it's like I didn't care what I said then. You understand what I'm saying? So this just being all the way 100 with you. So it's like, okay, yeah, I can be a comedian or whatever, but part of my personality is humor. A wise man can fake being dumb, but a dumb man can't fake being wise. Sarcasm is a form of intelligence.
Exactly.
If you don't get that, I mean, that's just on you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When you go back and watch the first show, I'm asking, like, what progressed you in a relationship that's going to make this work? We never got to this point. You understand what I'm saying? So that when she said, is she your type? After you popped the balloon, you not my type. But they just kept coming down. So it's like, okay, this how I act when there's nothing there. If we just friends or I don't even know you and stuff like that, I'm just not going to let you just come and say whatever you want to say. I don't care.
But
You
see,
understand
but
what
you
I'm
don't see a problem with that.
Sweetheart, at that point, that point of
But
situation.
you just said, but listen to what you're saying. Like, you couldn't even respect the women's time in the line.
Sweetheart.
You just said when the sky was like, I know, sweetheart, stop sweethearting me. Thank you.
Oh my God, bro.
The game is rigged.
Oh.
But you cannot lose if you do not play.
Don't sweetheart me. My goodness. God damn. Like, okay, I just want to know who in their right mind can put up with a woman like Chi? I just want to know. Like, who can put up with a woman like Chi? Like, seriously. Like, I don't know. How do you do it, bruh? How? I want to talk to the exes. Like, this is crazy, bruh. Don't call me sweetheart. God damn, bruh. Whew.
You just said when the first woman who was your type, the one you wanted to pop the balloon, you could have shot the show right there. I didn't care. And then you took it as to go back and forth and just da 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 whatever. You didn't care.
I
You just
didn't.
you pop my balloon. I don't like you. Even if somebody doesn't think you're their type and you still think they're beautiful, you can't like. None of y'all was my type.
I
When y'all got up to
complimented
my
every
blind
single
ass.
woman.
When
I
y'all got to my
complimented
blind ass, none of
every
y'all was my
single woman.
type. But I didn't sit
That's
there
fine.
and feel the need to make you like whatever. I don't care.
You couldn't. I
You don't care.
complimented every single woman down the
You
line.
couldn't what?
I compliment. You can't make me feel like I don't know what you was about to say, but I complimented
That's what I'm
every
saying. You
single
couldn't.
woman.
You just have to win. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you couldn't. Like
No, you just have to be right. That's all. You Chi, again, sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You always feel like you got to be right. You always got to have an answer, a rebuttal for everything. It's always on your terms. It's always the man has to do this in order for me to do this. Right? Which you explain to yourself. So, this is a headache. You are a headache. I'm sorry. You are an extreme headache. Let's keep it going.
you gotta come back to everything. Sassy ass.
Wow. Sassy ass. Just terrible. This woman is deplorable. You are abhorrent. You are abhorrent, woman. You are abhorrent. Let's just keep it a buck. You are just, it's like your soul is just, it seems like it's just tormented and just, I don't know, man. You really need to really have a deep dive with your soul because you're just so combative. It's so confrontational. Always have to have the right answer. Always needing to be right. Shaming, insulting, guilt tripping, and the need to be right. You are the definition of sign language. Let's just keep it a buck, man. This is, whew.
I complimented every single woman. Watch your mouth when you talk to me, Shawty. Like you getting out.
I said sassy. I ain't call you a dyke like you wanted to call me.
You still disrespected the man. You're still being very disrespectful. Look at all that's face. You calling a man sassy and doubling down on it is extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. So stop it. Like the minute that Daddy, I'm about to call you the B word. If Daddy call you the B word, all the sisterhood would go after him. He is restraining himself. This man is restraining himself to the T to not go off on you. Right? To not go off. You calling this man sassy and constantly disrespecting this man is completely uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. All about because of a wig joke. Make it make sense.
All right.
You compare sassy to
okay.
dyke.
All right, guys. So,
hey man, look, I'm be dead ass serious. Like yo, Chi, like watch how you talk to me, Shawty. Like
No, you need to watch how you
yourself,
want me to watch how I talk to you, but you're not talking the way a respectful man talks, but you want me to respect you. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? Like you feel like because you from Atlanta, oh shorty, like, oh, when y'all could have just did this, y'all could have just that. Oh, you popped my balloon. I ain't gonna da 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 da. Like, take responsibility for yourself. Stop worrying about me and my responses to you as a person.
So everyone that comes on the show, there's a reason why they're coming on.
I see they edited some shit out too. I'm sure Daddy has said some shit or was restraining himself. Danny, hey man, I'm gonna reach out to you, bro. This was completely uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. Wow. Let's keep it going.
Show to find love. People come on the show because they are single, right? So that question when they ask why,
this is actually hard to watch now, man. How disrespectful she is to this man. It really is. This is really hard to watch. It really is. It's it's because Danny as a man has to take it. Pause. He has to take it because he's a man. If the table was turned and Danny was calling this woman a bull dagger, a dyke, questioning her femininity, calling her the B word, he'll be canceled. Let's just keep it a buck. He'll be canceled. So that's a double standard to what she's doing. She is constantly ridiculing this man, questioning this man's sexual preference, calling this man sassy, effeminizing this man, right? Gaslighting this man, constantly gaslighting this man. It's really, really hard to watch. And he even warned her, like, stop disrespecting me. This is crazy. I haven't done anything to you personally. This is about a general topic that you took personal, and you're taking personal shots at me for no reason. Right? Let's keep it a buck. Crazy.
Are you
right
single or whatever? It hurts so much, so many people. Like, it gets to them. But the reality is, you're single, and everybody has issues within themselves that they need to work on. Right? Everybody does. And I feel like a lot of people do not want to admit that. So they use a different type of method to back away from it. No, the reality is everybody has to work on things. And if people are telling you something, right, that they can see how you act, sometimes you need to think and rewatch yourself and kind of reevaluate yourself. And maybe that's why things are happening this way. Or maybe that's why I'm single. And a lot of people don't want to get to that stage because they don't want to self-reflect. So you have to start reflecting on yourself. So there you go. Truth of the matter is, everybody needs to work on themselves. If you're looking for love, you have to. And for instance, right, me and my wife, we adapt to each other. We're always adapting, right? And we're always working through things. We are one. We're not two, we're one. That's what marriage is. You come together to be one, right? There's things that when we started dating, there's things that she did that would annoy me. There's things that I did that would annoy her, right? But it's not like, oh, we are at war with each other. Mm-hmm. We're trying to find a peace to balance each other out and adapt. We adapt to each other and we work through things. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to work through things. They just want to go, just start arguing and just, that's where we go wrong. So we need to understand each other. I hope that you both can be able to find peace, with each other. I hope you both can speak to each other after this podcast. I do not like when people get super...
Danny, I feel you, bro. He looks defeated. This woman can suck the life out of a man, like literally. She can literally suck the life out of a man because of how she acts. He looks defeated, man. And I'm exhausted too. I'm on the same level as him. Like, this is exhausting. You just attacking me constantly, and it's just unwarranted. All of these personal attacks to me, my weight, the way I talk, right? Calling me sassy, right? It's just a lot of things that you're just going after me, and it's completely uncalled for. It's just exhausting, man. Let's just keep it a buck.
People annoyed with each other, and they,
arguing.
Yeah, it's like that's not what we want to see on the show.
Not what we're here for,
right?
Either.
Right. I feel like you're both great people individually. So, what do you both have to say to each other? Now that we're about to end this podcast.
Do you want to continue, Danny, or do you?
Well, why nobody addressed the... I guess I'm going to have to ask Danny that question. When I was the person that pointed out, when it was going back and forth, she mentioned, she mentioned that she's a Sagittarius, I believe, or some zodiac sign. And Danny responded, I don't know what that is. And then Chi-Chi responded and said, welcome to hell. What did you mean by that? It was confirmed that you did say that. I wish somebody would ask that question, but you said welcome to hell. And sweetheart, and I'm going to keep calling you sweetheart, even though you don't like that. Sweetheart, you are hell. You are hell to deal with. No man with any grain of salt is going to deal with you because you put them through hell. It's like your soul is trapped in hell. That's how toxic you are with your mouth. You're a hell dweller. You're like a hell spawn. That's what you are. Real talk.
Well,
no offense, but
Real
if you're paying more than
talk.
$30 per month on car insurance,
if we could take away something from this, I want you to feel like, don't think communication or expression from a man is like combative. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, when you listen and you allow me to talk to you, you're very beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're intelligent, and I know that you are listening to every word and taking it in. So if I'm not being defensive or trying to explain myself, I'm just talking to you, just communicating with you. I think that we could have got further in the situation. So I think you're a very beautiful woman. Good luck with your podcast. I'm going to support it. You wouldn't be able to stop
Thank
me from
you.
supporting it. To be honest with you, you have a great personality, and I feel, you know what I'm saying, that moving forward in life, that, I mean, it's big things for both of us, you know, especially for you, because you got that fire in you. You know, you're a warrior. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I look at you like a superwoman. You understand? You in the gym, you going crazy, and tell you, I got a circuit training. I'll probably outwork you anyway. But you know,
Trying to
that's
one up me. Here he goes. Like,
no, yeah. But we get to understand each other's personalities a little bit better. And if you approach any situation with love, then the personalities is like, okay, you have coming with a different understanding. Okay, that's just him. He gonna say some stuff like that. But that's the point of me when I said to jump. When you approach a situation where you're allergic to giving up, I'm not coming at you to try to figure out why are we not together. I'm coming at you to figure out, okay, what we need to figure out so we can stay together. And that's my mindset. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I think that if we had gotten to something and we both came out with that understanding, then we'll be able to move further a lot faster.
Okay.
right.
Chi-Chi?
I agree with everything that he said, and I just really wish things were not said the way they were said. And I do feel like after getting to know you that you are more of a serious person with a silly personality, and I get it. We don't know if your friends think you funny. You said you're funny.
The
I
world said
think
I was
you
fun.
do have I do think that you have a fun personality, and I get where you're coming from, especially with the backstory, because everybody has a story, his story, her story. The reason we are who we are is because of the stories and the things that we've been through. So I completely understand that. And I just wish that, things weren't so heated. Because I feel like, just like BM said, it's like when we do get agitated or irritated, we respond differently. With me, I did get agitated and irritated, not just because of you talking to me, but what you were saying to other people. So I feel like when it did get to me, I was like, oh, he about to go back and forth with me. And it was just that instance, that one. It wasn't you, because then everyone's like, oh, he was on this and this. And I was like, I don't have time to watch all this stuff because I don't care to get to, like, I'm knowing you now. So knowing you now, I know that you are a strong person. You are a resilient person. You're somebody who's striving for things, and, you're scaling businesses and your life and all those things. So it's like getting to know you. I feel like you are a good person. We could be good friends. And that's why sometimes getting to know a person as a friend is how you probably find your lover, because they are supposed to be your best friend. But it's like you're not going to get to know that after saying So why did you pop your balloon? She asked me that, and it was like, oh, like I can't. It's like you really can't get deep because the question is, why did you pop? And there was okay. He talked about wigs. Like, well, what we do to you? And that's just my response as a woman. And you'll probably hear a lot of women say that, but also you got to take in what a man is saying. So he's like, listen, I'm not coming for all women. I'm just saying, like, I can't deal with that. You got a whole backstory, Peruvian, all types of things. So you have a story. So understanding your story, I understand you more. Getting to talk to you, I know that you are a serious person and you're not trying to be a funny guy. You really are just being yourself. So it's like, I don't fault people for being themselves. It's either I accept you or I just let you be. Because I'm not in the business of changing people. So I love who you are. Keep being yourself. Keep striving. And I do see a lot of great things. So we had a whole conversation waiting for us to start. So actually getting to know Dan, I feel like he actually is a good, genuine guy. And I feel like he's going to find his woman through her being his friend. Because a woman is probably going to take a lot of the things you say wrong because of your banter. And a friend wouldn't.
No, that's just you. You don't get his humor. You don't get his humor. That's just you.
That's
you.
all I'm gonna say. I feel like a friend would not. So I feel like Danny is not. He's been married before. It takes a lot to be married. Okay, let's just get there. So having that commitment, at least I know you can commit to something, just like you're committing to yourself and your career and the things you want. So I just feel like overall, like, just keep being you. I mean, I can't fault you for being yourself.
Yeah. Right, guys. Yeah. So, guys, yes.
All right, they're about to wrap it up. Listen, this woman, Chi-Chi, is a complete narcissist who exhibits cognitive dissonance and is an extreme case of sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. The reason why I said that is because she mentioned when BM asked, what type of man are you looking for? She specifically said, I need a strong, masculine man who's a leader. When Danny responded the way he did towards you, said he's supporting your podcast, right? There's nothing you can do to stop it, right? Support your endeavors. He had nothing bad to say about you. Of course, I just paraphrasing what he said, but he had nothing bad to say about you at all. Nothing, despite you on such a verbal attack personally to this man, to the world. He exhibit his masculine frame, him being a strong man, taking the things that you threw at him, right? And also the leadership qualities you're talking about. He exhibits everything that you said you want in a man, but guess what? He don't want you. And that's a perfect example as to why he said, yes, why you're single. Because the men that you want, someone like him, you'll never admit that you want someone like him, but you explain what you want in a guy, and that's Danny. Danny exhibits everything that you talked about. Every quality you talked about. That's what Danny is. But he don't want you. And any man worth a grain of salt don't want you. That's why you're single. So go back to those guys in your DMs and the guys that, are heart emojiing your thirst chat pictures on your Instagram. Those are the guys that you're attracting. Right? Daddy's going to find his wife. Again. He's going to find his wife before you find anybody that you are deemed close to what you're looking for. All right? Simple shit. But anyway, that's my reaction, family. Shout out to Danny, even shout out to Chi-Chi. This is a eye-opening catch up, even though they never matched, but they went viral because of them going back and forth. This was very eye-opening. Chi-Chi drained me, just like he drained Danny. But guess what? Danny showed resiliency, showed leadership qualities, showed masculine qualities. You know what I'm saying? He showed every quality you can think of that Chi-Chi talked about. And this was a very eye-opening episode, bro. Very eye-opening. But if you made it this far, man, I appreciate you, family. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, family. Signing out. Peace.